Okay, another example, number 2. We have a cube. So somebody has measured it to be 12 inches along each edge. So x is about 12, we think. And there's a possible error of 0.03 inches on each value, each measurement. So how is that supposed to be a cube? So how is that error propagated to the volume and the surface area? Propagated in this sense means that because you're working with a number that has some error built into it, that error will be transferred into another calculation if you're going to use that number that has an error built into it. So in this case, the volume will have some error and the surface area will also have error. So because of that, we'll say possible error because of the error in the measurements. So let's calculate that possible error. So here, dV, let me go a little bit thinner than that. Okay, dV will be, is basically V prime dx. Well, that's 3x squared dx. So there's dV. Now let's put in our numbers. We have a 3, we have a 12 as measured for our x, and the dx was a 0.03. Now, it was given as 0.03, but you can assume that it means plus or minus 0.03, so that when this error comes in here, then the propagated error is technically, it would be plus or minus 3 times this 12 squared times 0.03. So we have a 12.96 here. So that's a possible, which basically means that your actual volume is somewhere between, the actual volume is somewhere between less than or equal to, let's see, the volume was 12 cubed. Well, let me just write it this way. Volume is less than or equal to 12 cubed plus the 12.96 greater than or equal to 12 cubed minus the 12.96. So that's where your volume is going to be, somewhere in there, depending on that your measurement. So it could be as far off as this high and as this much lower than the actual 12 cubed. Okay, surface area, ds is s prime dx. So that would be 12x dx. So we'll have a 12 times a 12 times a 0.03 is 144.03, which is 4.32. And remember, that's going to be plus or minus. So again, the surface area, the actual surface area, somewhere between, let's see, 6 times the 1 times the 12 squared plus 4.32, and then it's going to be 6 times the 12 squared minus the 4.32. So somewhere in there. That's because of that error.